What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be talking a little bit about Spotlight Sims. Before we get on to the review, guys, are new to the channel, subscribe. We are now less than 14,000. We're less than 14,000 away from 200k, which is our goal by the end of July. It's looking like we're actually going to hit it, lads, which is unbelievable. Big thanks for all the support recently. But anyway, now let's get on to the video. So I'm going to be talking about whether I think this is the end of Spotlight Sims or not, and also if what I think the best thing about these Spotlight Sims are. So, I'm telling you guys this right now. I am a massive fan of what 2K did with the Spotlight Sims yesterday. I'm a massive fan of the fact that they made it based on decades. Did they change the picture on Larry Bird? I could have swore that that's not the picture on the card. The picture on the card is him shooting a three-pointer. I could have swore that that's not the picture. But it doesn't really matter. But as you guys can see from these challenges here, obviously, I've got none of them done. These were so much of a grind. Like, these were way more grindy. So, these took about 2 hours to complete one team. And there was 30 of them. So, it was 60 hours. So, it was an absolutely nuts grind. Like, it was ludicrous. And there's a reason why, well, obviously, because lockdown was happening, people were able to complete them. And on one of my accounts, I have these completed, obviously content creator, but I would have never suggested anyone to do any of these grinds, especially because I thought that the Kobe card, I thought the Hakeem card was really good, but I did not really think that Kobe card was anything spectacular. And now they only have 5 things where it's 10 games per team. So I think it's really, really good the way they've done it, because you get certain players, like for example, if you go for the 2010s, you've got a Shane Battier card who's moderately okay for 5 games. You also get a lot more VC than you got the last time, and 35 tokens per team. So how many tokens is it per team? So it's 10, 40, so it's 45 tokens per team. So you get 200 tokens as well with it. So honestly, it probably is kind of worth it. If you're doing nothing for a day, and for example, you want Dino at range and you want Kevin McHale, you go and get a really good Michael Cooper card as well, and a Kevin McHale card as well as a bunch of tokens. So honestly, I really do enjoy these. But what do I think that they mean for the future of Spotlight Sims? It's a weird one, because considering it says the finals, obviously it doesn't say final Spotlight Sim. A lot of people think that this could be the very end of it because it's the finals. And I'd be fairly 50-50 on that. Initially I thought, you know what, there is no chance, because initially we didn't see anything else. So when I first saw it, it was just a case of seeing final Spotlight Sim. It didn't have 0 of 10, and no one really knew exactly what it was going to be. And I thought if, for example, they had one team from like the last 30 NBA champions, where they had, one player. So they had, for example, Gasol, and then the year before they had, it wouldn't be Kevin Durant. It would be probably, I'm trying to think who, Iguodala, then another random Warriors player, Jaja. I don't know. I think that if it was something like that, it would be the end of it. But I don't know. I think the fact that we've seen 10 of them, and it's only 10, I think we see one more Spotlight Sim. So we saw Spotlight Sims. Obviously, this is kind of the start of June. This is early June. We saw them at the end of April. I would not be surprised if we see kind of at the end of July, if we see like an all-time Spotlight Sim when they're finished with content. So for example, like we all know they haven't released a card, I think is it the 1st of August? The last 2 years was the last day they released cards. In 2K17, the last day they released a card was like the 10th of June or something. It was legitimately like after the NBA Finals. Or no, they released the one Westbrook card. The last time they released card packs. But in all likelihood, they're not going to be releasing cards into August. So honestly, I think that we could see an all-time Spotlight Sim at the end of July. So kind of at the start of the NBA season. If the NBA season is going to happen, it's looking more and more likely that it just may not happen. What's this unlimited rewards? Deadlift Shrimp. Oh yeah, sorry, that was the 20 or the 250k tournament. So yeah, that is pretty much what I think we could see. So what effect do I think that these cards have had in the market, and what effect do I think that an all-time Spotlight Sim is going to have? So for these cards right here, especially the fact that D, Robin, and B got released, the market is just gone. Like, it's gonzo, lads. There's no other way to describe it. Let's check up. Have a look at Eddie Curry. Eddie Curry was 100k. He was 100k a couple of days ago. He's actually gone up a little bit in price, but he went down to like 60k. Probably is only 60k. So he dropped 40,000 MT in price. So like with these, the main reason for that is if you guys look at these challenges, like I don't think we have any elite apart from the centers. Like I think Marc Gasol is elite because he's a Hakeem clone, and then we've got a Dino at range and Kevin McHale. Like I'm realistically gonna be selling all my sellable players. The only one I might keep is Wes Unseld because he's a 6'7" point guard and need that little bit of height. But other than that, I'm probably just going to sell. So the center position, because of these Spotlight Sims, is going to be completely tanked. And it was just like in the last Spotlight Sims. It completely tanked the position, the 2-guard position. It tanked the likes of Brandon Roy because there was Walter Davis, who was just a better Brandon Roy. So things like that had happened. But what do I think that if there is a final Spotlight Sim, what effect do I think it'll have on the market? I think it'll have a very, very minimal effect. I really don't think that the effect of that will be much. Because again, if we look at the reward set, final Spotlight Sim, I think we get a Go Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's a given. Like we're getting Go Kareem tomorrow. We already know that. So Kareem is kind of out of the question. But for someone like, I think we probably see a GOAT Magic Johnson. Well, we definitely see a GOAT Magic Johnson. I think we see a GOAT. I'm trying to think who's the other GOAT we see. We see a GOAT Magic Johnson. We see a GOAT Bill Russell. And you know what I think we're going to also see in the GOAT collection? I think we are going to see a GOAT 99 everything. Toronto Raptors Kawhi Leonard. I think it's coming. So, yeah, that is my predictions there. I think we're getting definitely more GOAT cards. And the fact is that we'll have to keep an eye on 2K TV. Or not 2K TV, the MyTEAM things. Because whenever they do hint Spotlight Sims, let's be real, the Spotlight Sims are going to be coming. So, yeah, I don't think, though, that an all-time Spotlight Sim is going to have much of an effect. Because I can almost guarantee this is going to be the case, that when they do release an all-time Spotlight Sim, it'll literally just to keep people playing the game when the game is quote-unquote dead. Like, it'll just be there so that in August, when the game is quote-unquote dead, it gives the game a couple of weeks of extra life, and it keeps people playing the game. Because if people are still playing the game for 2K anyway, they might end up dropping a little bit of money into the game. Obviously, people aren't going to be dropping money like it's something crazy, but if they realistically, what they do is they release every pack back into the market. And if people are playing the game for the Spotlight Sims, they may just go and buy a couple of packs. So I think that would be a really smart decision on 2K's part, and I think that that's what they're going to do. I don't expect us to see any Spotlight Sim anytime soon, but I think we do see an all-time Spotlight Sim with 30 cards, all 30 of them being Galaxy Opals, the reward being a GOAT. I'm trying to think someone that wouldn't sell in packs, and honestly, because of the fact that Kawhi Leonard was in the Prime set, because he was that, like, because Kawhi Leonard was in that Prime set and he was released in June, his Opal, I wouldn't be that surprised if they wait and say, you know what, we're not going to release another Kawhi Leonard Opal in packs 2 in the space of a month. We're just going to go and now release Kawhi Leonard as the all-time Spotlight Sim reward to keep people playing. And I think that would be a really smart decision on 2K's part to keep people in it. And honestly, I'm going to have to give credit to 2K because the producers evidently do listen. Like, people argue that these Spotlight Sims were too long, and I do agree that they were too long. I think 60 hours is too much. So they replaced it with like a 24-hour long grind, which is a lot more manageable. So, again, I hate the gameplay. I hate this gameplay. There is no 2K that I hate the gameplay more than 2K20. What you have, like, we all have to admit, in terms of content-wise, in terms of giving us stuff to do, in no other 2K game would I be able to make consistently 4 videos a day. There would not be enough stuff to do. Heck, if I played any other video game, I don't think I could consistently make 4 videos a day, because with NBA 2K20, because of 2K themselves, there is just that much to do. Like, you can play just MyTEAM as your only video game and still always have stuff to do almost every single day, because there's always new cards to try out. Maybe if you're someone that just uses a God Squad and doesn't like to try out lower overall players, maybe there isn't. But if you're like me, who likes using budget squads, who likes doing a bunch of stuff, honestly, there is nothing that you can't really do with this 2K. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Tick-tock, timeless, falling, silence, duo, mindless, take off, pilot, ready for blast off, get ready for blast off, pilot, go, take off, pilot, already told you I'm a one-on-one, I'm about to bust those.